With depression and anxiety, especially with empathic people like myself, you get affected by your environment, and you need to learn to make your environment about you. You make the environment, not the other way around. If you don't do this, you will be manipulated the rest of your life, and we want you to be happy. My name's Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer. I talk about this stuff on this channel because I've lived through it. And this one was actually a pretty interesting situation because this happened the day of recording. I went to the gym to work out some legs, and I was at a gym that I usually don't go to on the weekends. But schedule wise, I ended up there. And there was this dude at the gym who was screaming at his wife, and clearly he had some, I felt really bad for this dude, but he was just screaming, yeah, yeah, like right in the middle of the gym. Right in the middle of the gym, I'm like, oh my God, like, it's like, I hate you, I hate you, and he's just like, ooh, and he had, veins popping, and he was just bringing everybody down. Now, we all have that at work. We have the person who, some people have the people at work that we just can't stand, and, you have people who just really have that downer personality that's opposite of you, and that's not saying they're bad people, but if you interact a lot, they bring the environment down. They don't have that same mindset as you do, and you might get affected with it. I mean, I personally do, where I am extremely empathic, which means, I react to the environment around me, and if somebody has a real down feeling, I mean, it brings me down right away. So I have to be able to be careful and remind myself that the environment does not affect me. I affect the environment. I can do what I do in general every single day. I can be strong because of that, and I can do awesome things. And if somebody's having a bad day, all right, they're having a bad day. They're back there in life. They're out that way, and I'm over here trying to build up and do great things for myself. So, I have to be able to do good things. I have to remind myself my environment is my own control, and I can't manipulate everybody who's having a bad day, but I can still hold my own mental side of it and say, hey, I'm good. So, like, back to the guy who was screaming at his wife. I'm like, hey, man, I feel really bad for that dude and have that situation, but, I'm pretty lucky myself that I have, really good marriage. I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of what I have, but if I have a disagreement or an argument with my wife, I'm not going to do it in public. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to come home and we're going to talk about things and we're going to talk it out and go through the rest of things in the world.
Can I make a joke about butts?
Hear that? But, what we've got to do is we've got to be able to see where we can make that environment. We have to be, this is the root of the climb, right? We have to take that time to be able to climb out of it. Challenge, the climb credo. Challenge yourself to do great things, challenge others to do great things, and celebrate the good. And this is a big challenge because when you have that force outside of there that's like everything sucks, and you imagine Godzilla stomping, you're like, I am so, everybody's horrible. You got all that awful things, and like, what we gotta do is we gotta remember, kind of beat this to death a bit, but you make the environment doesn't make you. Okay, so got 3 steps for you. How do you do it? And it's super late recording, so just bear with me while I get notes because I want to make sure I get this right there. All right. Number 1, realize why you were there. So back to, what I mentioned briefly is like you have a day job. I have a day job outside of the personal training business. And, sometimes there are people who really are not having a good day, or they're really they come to me with horrible situations, and I feel awful, or, being an empath, also one of the things is that people trust you to try to disclose issues, and makes me feel good that, they trust me to be able to help them, but I can't carry that problem home and go, oh, yeah, oh, it was so bad. Makes me wonder how therapists do it, but I think I know why. But if you realize why you are there, the day job, I'm there to be able to, number one, earn the paycheck, but, I'm a manager there, so I have people who depend on me to do my job and help them have a really good day. I want to be able to be strong for them, and I want to say, yeah, you can do it, you're good. Walk through that issue and then make sure they're on a good level so they can do good things. If we have, the dude at the gym, doing all that stuff, what I want to do is like, okay, look, I'm here for me. I'm here to crank my legs, and I'm here to, make sure I get my workout in. So I turn my headphones up, and I'm listening to this podcast of two dudes who are just really trying to, shape and motivate and talk about ways to be able to be better. And I'm really zeroing in on that, and then I drown that dude out. And ultimately, I felt bad because it's like, well, that dude's just having a bad day. There's nothing I can do. I got to concentrate on me. And number 2 step, realize what would you do, and take a deep moment when you're like, I'm good, this is a bad environment. What would you do if you left? What would happen? What would happen if you left here? Is it worth it? There's a bad situation that's in front of you. If my coworkers are really, really bringing me down today. Oh, I'm just going to go home. If your coworkers are bringing you down and you just go home, you're not going to get paid. Can you pay those bills? Could you? I don't know. I don't think so. But could you pay those bills? Nah. If I left the gym because that dude was having a really bad day, I wouldn't get a leg workout in. And I already have skinny legs as it is. I got nothing but muscle and bone down that way, so I gotta try to get that better. So it's like, no, it's not gonna work. So we have that. So what would you do if you left? If you just totally said, screw it, I'm gone, I think one thing you would do is you would absolutely regret it. And you personally are there for a reason. Remember, you got to tell yourself, remember why you're there. And what would happen if you left? You would not fulfill your purpose. I think about my, one of my oldest ancestors with my last name, Tabor, is a guy, Philip Tabor, who had an altercation, this was in England, and he had an altercation with his father, beat the heck out of his father, and then hopped a ship to America and then started a new life. So there was a long history in my family of people who had a difficult thing happen, instead of facing it, they ran. And that's been almost the whole way down, down to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm facing the guilt and I'm doing that. I'm going to make my environment about me. I'm going to be good. I'm going to do good things, right? I'm going to do that. So, last thing you want to do, number 3, tell yourself you are excellent. You're there for a reason. You're not backing down. You are awesome. You are strong. You're going to do great things in your life. You're going to be there and you're going to be the best. Whatever the X is, you're going to be the best there ever was. If you wash floors, those floors are going to shine like crazy. If you're a manager, your people are going to have amazing numbers. If you're a guy screaming at his wife in the middle of a gym, that's going to be the best workout of your life. You are awesome. You do that because you're there for a reason. You're there to show yourself that you've done hard things in your life and you're going to do great things. So what are you going to do? Let's be strong, all right? Let's do the great things. You're going to challenge yourself to do something difficult. And the difficulty is you're not getting out of that environment. You're going to make the environment amazing. You're going to do great things. You're going to do awesome things today. The second thing you're going to do, you're not walking away. You're not walking away and you say, I am awesome and today's going to be great. And let's do it, right? Okay, so there we are. We've got plenty other videos on this channel. Check out one of them right here. I'll see you in the next one. As always, we climb.